Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. I was a dentist for 25 years, and for the last 14 years, we're doing the dental practice brokerage. Today's topic is sequel, volume 2, after dental attorney makes an error. We'll talk about that. So as you know, we're in 10 states now. 20.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Oh, sorry for that. I'm on the road working. So we're in 22 states, 10 employees, of which 2 of them are CPA accountants. We're available for you almost 24/7, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., 363 days a year. So we're available to you. Just give us a call. East Coast time, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. But anyway, so as we say, this information is only for entertainment purposes. It's not legal advice. Okay? Our phone number is 201-663-0935, and our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. Just give us a call, even if you want to chat. Now, if you're selling to a DSO, remember, they often pay our commission. We know who all they are across country. We know who they are, and we know who's having trouble, who's moving forward, who has financing troubles. I know we get the inside track on that. So if you had one you're thinking about, we can help you with that, and we'll advise you who we think the best ones are. They pay my commission, so it doesn't cost you anything extra. But a bonus when you work with us, any deal that's $1 million or more, DSO sale or not, we will reimburse based on certain criteria. We'll reimburse your legal fees upon successful closing. So give us a call and we explain that. We've done that quite a bit. Now also, today's topic this is a sequel. The attorney, again, he's a good attorney, he's a good guy. He's been a dental attorney for 10 plus years, and he's an okay guy. But he made an error. The error was, as I spoke on my previous tape, he let the buyer bring the money to the closing table, but then was going to wire out whoever else, that is vendors, that were owed money, leasing companies and so forth. The buyer was going to wire that money out to them directly. But that was happening after the closing. That shouldn't have happened. That attorney should have gotten all the money from the buyer 3 days ahead of time, then dispersed simultaneously out of their account, out of their trust account. As it is now, the closing was finished, and then the buyer was going to disperse money out to the vendors, leasing companies, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. The buyer took on that responsibility. It really can't happen. What if the buyer got hurt? What if the buyer passed away? Then you got to get your money from the estate. You're fighting over everybody else. It's a big problem. All right, so it leaves it up to the buyer to pay everybody. The buyer's an honest person. Buyer tries to start wiring out the money the next day. Buyer runs into trouble. The trouble was, buyer had limitations on their account, and they could not the same day increase the amount of money to be wired. There were limitations on it. It would take 24 to 48 hours to request an increase. So the buyer could only send out 1 or 2 vendors at a time. And I think one of the vendors was, maybe it was like $7,500, another vendor was $8,800. So they couldn't do both vendors the same day. Then the vendors are yelling, "Where's my money? You closed the deal and I haven't been paid." You can't do that in a closing. So you've got to monitor everything. You've got to watch everything. Even a qualified attorney made this minor error. So you're on the larger deals, you've got to be careful. It's not just this. Usually you're always paid at closing, but you have to go all over all those documents. There's a final disbursement sheet, and you've got to review that disbursement sheet with a fine tooth. I mean, you've had a laser in on it of just what and who's going to be paid. Okay? And you got to be really careful with that. Can't be any errors in that. And you got to monitor the whole deal all along. We as brokers will help monitor. We said when this was happening, we don't think this is a good idea. You really shouldn't do this. Attorneys should be dispensing everything. Obviously, it was a small deal. It's like a very small deal, under $100,000. So, but still, the fact is, errors were made. You can't make those errors. You as the seller, you as the buyer have to watch all moving parts. Everything has to be monitored. Everything has to be watched. And you just can't assume that each person is going to do their job properly. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. All right, listen, hit the subscribe button if you like what you hear. We have new tapes coming out, new videos coming out all the time. We're over 500 now.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to